Alright, this is Unit 7, number 5. This is asking the question of what is the area of this equilateral triangle. On the sheet it tells you it's an equilateral triangle, which is imperative to being able to figure out this problem. What that tells us is each and every side is 5. So that's important. The other thing we need to find out, though, is the height. We know we have a base. We'll call this the base, but we need a height. So the height is going to have to be perpendicular to the base. So let's draw in a height, and let's call it right about there. And it's perpendicular. But how long is this height? The height is not 5. The sides are 5. So what we end up knowing is, let's say over here, this is 5. And I'm going to erase this. Because what happens over here is these two are equal, and this one is going to be 2.5. It's half of 5 is where I got 2.5. If you want to put in your calculator, put in 0.5 times 5. What this creates is a situation where we have a right triangle, and we'll call this, since we want height, let's call it H. And it's not letting me write for a second. Let's call it H. So, when you see a right triangle and you have two sides, you should be thinking, on we go with the Pythagorean theorem. So much fun. The Pythagorean theorem says a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the hypotenuse. In this example, the 5 is across from the 90. 5 is across from the 90, so we know that the 5 is the hypotenuse. So we'll do 2.5 squared plus, we'll call it h since it's h is the height, squared equals 5 squared. Okay, so I got the 2.5 squared plus h squared equals 5 squared. We'll do the math out on that, and we get 6.25 plus h squared equals 25. We minus the 6.25 from both sides of the equation, and we're left with h squared equals 18.75. Then we take the square root of that, and we get h equals 4.3. From this point, we have what we need to finish out our problems. We'll do a equals 1/2. The base is 2.5. Oops, sorry. I messed up a little bit there. The base is actually one of the sides, one of the full sides. So even if it was this full side, it's still a total of 5. And then the height is what we just did up the middle in pink, and that is 4.3. And we get A equals 10.75 millimeters squared.